Alright, let's get started here. Today is a lovely Wednesday, I must say. A 15-minute delay, but here we are. Now, you may notice from the previous stream that present box looking good now, so that's good. I was also informed about the second archive, so that's good as well. There's a lot of good stuff. Also, let me go here real quick and grab these items. Claim all this. Wait, claim all this. And we just restocked the ones we don't have. You're late? Yo, we're a little late, you know? Use this time for a little buffer right here. Let me just restock here. Get the stuff I barely have here. Restock here. Oh, we barely have anything for that. Alright, cool. We'll come back for that. And let's look at the gates as well. Yo, how you doing, Delante and Savage? Alright, they got the Dolman out there. They got Jarcher as well, that's nice. Alright, Abigail's there. Alright, cool. We might do let's continue here. Let's continue. Let's go here into. Wait, that's the wrong node. Okay, let's go over to the round envelope. Here we go. Yo, what up, Eric? How you doing? All right, so we're gonna do just in time too. Oh yeah, just in time. We started the stream. Doing good? Okay, that's good. That's good. Animation going well too? Alright, let's go right here. I was born on a human ranch and raised in Salisbury, along with a number of other children. They probably needed more humans to fight against the Moors. They treated us all very well. Oh, nice. You got the projects going on now. They didn't just provide us with food, clothing, and shelter. They also built a school for us to attend. I remember how much that surprised me, since I always heard that any human who leave a ranch would never be free. But that's why I've never had any animosity towards fairies. It's thanks to them that I grew up big and strong and eventually got this spear. Oh wow. Dang, dude, you popping off. Animation going okay, still tons to learn. It's taking it slow. Okay, that's cool. That's very inspirational. However, I still know very little about the fairy who took me in. That's probably because they raised a lot of human children, not just me. Around the time I became a full-fledged soldier, I heard that the fairy who had taken us all in from the ranch passed away. Shortly afterwards, the rearing house where our school had been was shut down, and I put Salisbury behind me. After that, I dedicated myself to combat training until I took an escort job in a small forest village. I was told I should enter the next joust in Camelot, and even got a letter of recommendation. Oh, I heard about that. That was Robin Redbreast's tournament they had 5 years ago. So you're the human knight who made it all the way to the finals. That's amazing. Yeah, I was quite lucky to make it to the end, though I had a very poor showing in the finals. Well, what's wrong with Percival? He seems chill. Still, I'm glad I was able to speak with Queen Morgan directly. It gave me the resolve I needed to make up my mind. Also, my cat is chill this week right here, so you won't hear any meowing. So it's a chill week. Maybe next week it won't be chill. Talking to her made it clear that she sees humans and fairies both as no more than tools. Yeah, very chill. She's perfectly satisfied with the current state of Britain and has no intention of changing it. Once I saw that for myself, I ultimately decided to make an organization that would help the Child of Prophecy when she appeared. Oh, no kidding. So this whole rebel army thing was originally your idea. Was it Oberon who came up with the idea of making it into the Round Table Army then? Yes, it was. My comrades and I were protecting a merchant caravan from Moor's attack one day when Lord Oberon came up and said, "You'll never get anywhere like that, Percival. If you keep this up, your white light will rust." From then on, he began managing us himself, and before I knew it, our rebel army had become the Round Table Army. Even from so early on. Gotcha. So what's this white light of yours anyway? You're only human, so if you're defeating fairies with it, it must be pretty impressive technique. Oh, it's not a technique. White light is my spear here. It's a spear of selection. Wanna ask weapon. The fairy who took me in gave it to me. Apparently, it's a holy spear that only responds to one without sin, and no fairy can use it. Selection. Does that make it like your staff, Lateria? I'm not sure, but I think they're at least a little different. I mean, one's a spear and one's a staff. I do sense something similar about them, but the spear feels, well, empty. I can tell it's an amazing weapon, but it also seems it's not chosen anymore. I'd agree with that. I sense the same thing whenever I hold it. It feels like a piercing wave of regret and profound grief over a past failure. The spear's inner lamentations well up every time I swing it, and they leave behind trails of magic light like tears. That's why it came to be known as the White Light. The spear is no longer meant for saving fairies. Now it only exists to kill them. That's not how it was originally supposed to be used, but that also means it's the only weapon that out there just able to stand up to Tamlin. But if it's true that only one without sin can wield it, I expect there will come a time I won't be able to wield it. That's not true, Percival. You're a wonderful person. You'll protect the weak, and you'll never act only out of self-interest. You're the ideal knight. You can never be seen as a sinner. If I try to use that spear, I'd be rejected before I could even touch it, for the sin of being too weak. Don't be silly, Gareth. You know there's no such sin. Dawn is approaching, Percival. It was a difficult march, but we made it in time. Shall we deploy the troops once we cross the next hill? Please do. I'm putting Landon in charge of the company while I'm gone. I'd like you and him to remain on standby for 1 hour. The Child of Prophecy and I will go on ahead and make our way to Norwich, using the route through the sewage system the Count opened for us. Once we're inside Norwich, we'll rendezvous with the anti-Springen faction. After that, we'll start a riot in the city and take advantage of the confusion to open the main gate from the inside. Once it's open, I want your troops to neutralize the Queen soldiers on the ramparts. In the meantime, we'll take Landon's troop and split up to take out the Queen's soldiers occupying Norwich. Once the enemy forces have been neutralized, we'll surround the Vault Castle. Understood. Please be careful out there, Commander. That goes for you too, Aurelia. I'm sorry to ask so much of you again. That's okay. I'm used to it, Child of Prophecy. Please look after Percival. There you have it. From here on, we'll be on our own. Our goal is to infiltrate Norwich while it's still dark and to create distraction. Please make sure you're thoroughly prepared, Paragon. This is probably going to be a long battle. To Norwich. Hey, you're right on time, Paragon. Count Pepperon, you're here. Well, of course, Han. I invited you, didn't I? I'll go whenever I have to, be it in the sewers or the morgue. Now let's see who else we've got here. Ms. Da Vinci, Muramasi, Garethy, Habitrati, and... Yo. Oh my, what have we have here? An enemy. Zeteki. An enemy. Ah, where? Save me, Percy. Save me. Percy. Please cut it out, Pepe, or I'll tell him your real name. Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. I just got a little excited since I've never seen anyone like him before. Welcome to Norwich sewer system. I take it you're Percival of the Round Table? I'm Count Pepperona, but please call me Count. Oh, so you're the Count. My apologies. I thought you were a night call at first. It's a pleasure to meet you, Count. Yes, I am Percival of the Round Table Army. Thank you for telling us about this crisis of Norwich. Not at all, hun. If anything, I should be thanking you guys for handling the bloody parts for me. Huh? I just noticed one of you is missing. What happened to him, Paragon? Who, Oberon? Oberon. He's not the sort to be on the battlefield. He's all about having the right people for the right job. No, I'm talking about that peppy friend of yours, Biddy. Regibit stayed behind Londium. He said he wasn't going to come along if he can't pull the carriage. Oh, I see. That was smart of him. Aurora must have timed well. Okay then, let me show you the way. Once we reach the surface, I'm going to have you all split into two teams. Team B will draw the Queen soldiers away from the main road. Team C will unlock the main gate from the inside. Altaria Muramasi, you two will be Team B. Percival Gareth Habitrat, you three will be Team C. Paragon, I want you and Da Vinci to support both teams. We're seriously outnumbered here, so you need to hustle to ensure both teams has as much servant power as they need. You can handle that, right? This is hardly your first rodeo after all. I couldn't notice, but there was no Team A in that lineup. He's about to say, that's because I'm Team A. You're right, we'll have to remedy that someday. Once you're a real master in the true sense of the word, you, me, and Kata can all be Team A together. I can't wait. Understood. Shall we? Oh yes, it's time, Springin. Finally got what's coming to him. Lord Springin, the Round Table army has begun attacking the main gate. You don't say. The Round Table army isn't like the other rebels. They are in fact a proper army. They would never launch a frontal assault on our gate with only 300 soldiers, which means... Lord Springin, the Queen soldiers are reporting that Novricians have begun an armed uprising throughout the city. They say they're rising up against the Queen's unjust rule. And there's also been reports of the Child of Prophecy there among them. Yes, sir. She has the townspeople so inspired that the Queen's soldiers are having a hard time fending them off. That's great. Now that's more like it. I knew it. He's like, I want this commotion. Lord Springin, please stay with us, sir. We need you to give our soldiers, or don't worry, I'm perfectly calm. Tell our soldiers this. Defend your post until the Queen army has been neutralized. after which you are to either surrender or retreat to the vault castle. Focus all your efforts on defense and avoid harming civilians whenever possible. Got that? Remember, only the Queen soldiers should be fighting the Child of Prophecy. Tell our soldiers that their only concern should be defending Norwich. Oh, and tell guards stationed at the bell tower to stand down. I'll greet our guests ourselves. Yes, sir. Alright, Paragon of Chaldea. Let's see what you can do. I hope you've got what it takes because everything is riding on your shoulders. If the Child of Prophecy really does have a shot at victory, she may not be such a bad investment. Besides, I was getting fed up with pulling the wool over these dang fairy eyes. Alright, let's type out the Q here. Alright, let's get started here. So, we're fighting a bunch of classes. Okay. We can use the ruler for fun. And we can use, I remember I said last time we're gonna use her again. There you go. Use her again. Pretender. So, Muramasa. Alright. It's like testing a minefield, you go first. There you go. And then see what else we have here. And I say that's pretty good. Maybe we get like a... It all depends how intense this fight is too. Bring Bradamante. Okay, it's just trash mobs. Whoops, I have it on farm mode. Let me fix that. Hey, we gotta make sure those airbags are good, right? Oh, several of them, okay. Single target, okay. That should kill.
やることは変わらねえよ。切るぜ。
負けないぞ。
あの辺りか。わか
ここでまっす
る。いいぜ。やる。
利点が弔い、我が身に宿れ。
折れんなよ。
いいですね。
切るぜ。真髄解明、完成理念収束、鍛造技法臨界。これが俺のつむかい村正だ。
Alright, the fire boys, okay.
天運我にあり。美点が白立ち、ご昇覧あれ。
先に行く。
御礼知らない
切るぜ。あの辺りか。
My fortune comes from the heaven. My armor shines from my chest. And my feet will bring me peace. 美点発動。知らない。
わかった。くれてやるよ。櫛灘姫を神に
参りましょう。
真髄解明、完成理念収束、鍛造技法臨界。これが俺のつむかい村正だ。
Okay, okay, we got Anubis.
いいです。参りましょう。もちろん。にゃんとかなれ。
Yeah, he's pretty good. Masa pretty good. So every time you attack him, okay.
妖精がなんだってんだ。調子は悪くねえな。妖精がなんだってんだ。先に行く。あの辺りか。おい！許せ！連れてやるよ。てめえとは距離が合わねえよ。
何のために？
白
折れんなよ。
それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドカリバーン。
天地を人、この一振りに我が義を見よ。利点発動。知らぬいのたち。
そこに至るはあまたの研鑽。気づきに気づいた刀塚。依頼がき作るは千手の刃。散った成仏していきな。
Now, I'd say with Alteria, this Lostbelt's trash mobs have been rendered pretty free. Alright, here we go. Alright, that takes care of most of them. We can handle the rest. Go on, head to the gate, Paragon. Percival needs your help now, not us. Kinshin lives? Yeah. Yeah, it's really hard to get someone killed with Alteria on the team, right? She passed the gong test. Hey, listen, Alteria had other plans. She's like, listen, we won't let you die here. Please watch Gareth back too, Paragon. She has had a bad habit of being reckless. Got it. Alright, here's more trash mobs. So this one we just get like a wave farmer then. Alright, let's see what Nick's got here. Alright. Here he is. Let me see if he has the other account there. If not, we'll use that one. Yeah, okay, we'll just use that one. I believe it may be a mixed bag of people as well. Yep, mixed bag. Alright. He got all the saber faces. Alright, here we go. And then... we could just do double Melusine. Oh, never mind. You have to start with some of these guys. Now these two, these two people will take a whole long time just to farm with. So yeah, put them straight to the back. All right, let's do double Melusine. This right here. Bring Anko just in case.
シブルなミッションなら僕の出番だね。みんなキャビンで待ってて。チュッチュッ。わあ、それ僕たちのセリフ。出しちゃいました。タチノブレスを見せてあげる。行きなさい。スプライトアルビオン。And then we do it again. いいことだと思う。動いていこうか。手を伸ばしてごらん。最悪。私にそれ言う？楽しいかも。たとえどれだけ遠くとも 私の向こうに楽園がある。行方を感じて目を開けて。ウィンズ・オブ・アバロン。この名はアルビオン。教会を開く最後の竜。からフロモへ時を示せ。行けいたいと。
No, because she's in this form, there isn't another ascension, but she can hit really hard though.
魔の放出。かゆいところに。どう？ちゃんと命令して。いいとも。そうかい？無謀。遊覧飛行っていうのかい？君用のデトネリーだ。いいよ。そうかい？アロンナイト。遊覧飛行っていうのかい？おてんばりしてる。
Oh, this guy again. Okay. Oh, okay. No problem.
手を伸ばしてごらん。インポッシブルなミッションなら僕の出番だね。遠い楽園、開かれた希望、香るひとひらを送りましょう。兆しを抱いて歩みなさい。ウィンズ・オブ・アバロン。蒸気カタパルト良好。ブラストリフレクター展開完了。フルアーマー、よし発艦する。射程入った。オープンコンパスト。しぶきを上げろ。フライト・アレビオン。無謀。
Okay, it's constant. Okay, got it.
もっと早くちゃんと命令して。無謀。刻む。アン。
At least it doesn't get itself a shield.
ドラゴンパックに乾燥する。いいでしょう。ひれ伏しなさいよ。シューター、注意事項ある？波が高いよ、気をつけて。ならギリギリまで攻める。釣り上げろ。アロンナイト。なんか今いなかった。朽ちるムクロよりいでよ。炎の息。 鉄の翼、フォローハート、アルビオン、アロンナイト。動いていこうか。早く。 もっと早く。無謀。 悪くない。空っぽの胸が弾むようだ。
So we got 2 for 2 survivors. It's a good day for sure. I have a report from Captain Landon, sir. They've taken full control of the South District. I have a report from Captain Aurelia as well. The Queen soldiers near the main gate have retreated after losing 20% of their force. Great work. Now go do the same with the North District. We're going to head to the Vault Castle. Take anyone who surrenders into custody and have Aurelia squad look after them. Yes, sir. Understood. Oh, this is a lot harder than I thought it'd be. Gareth, Habertrot, you two stay here. Muramasa, Alteria, Da Vinci, Paragon. The 5 of us will infiltrate the Vault Castle. I trust that's okay with you? Okay, just try and stop me. Been waiting to smack that smug out of Springen for a while now. You said it, we're nearly there. My, still so fiery, I see. Now I'm really glad I went to the trouble of securing that route in for you. None of the Queen's soldiers are stationed in the Vault Castle. Once you get past Springen's guards, then... Wait a second, the front door is open? I'm not sensing any soldiers in there either. Looks like the path to the bell tower is all clear. Do you think it's a trap? Probably yes, but not for us. The trap is only for Alteria, the Child of Prophecy, and Queen Morgan. Springen really is a sly old fox, isn't he? He's just handing the bill over to us. Makes sense though, he gains nothing by trying to protect it at this point. He must be trying to surrender without defying the Queen. He wants to be able to deny any involvement in ringing the bell. Well, this is a surprise. I thought we'd never be able to take control of Norwich without ringing the bell. But if Springen has pulled his soldiers back, he must not have any intention of fighting. That means our battle to occupy Norwich is over. We no longer have to ring the bell to win. That said, whether we go ring it now or not is up to the Child of Prophecy. If she does, it will be a declaration of war. There will be no going back. And she'll sing Ragnarmyr right over here instantly. I hate to play into Springen's hands, but I doubt we'll get another opportunity like this. Let's go, bell or not, Springen is still inside. Between him just letting the calamity happen and the stunt he's trying to pull right now, I can't just let him go. I want to know exactly what the head of the Earth Clan was thinking when he made those decisions. We didn't run into a single soldier on the way up here, let alone Springen himself. I've got a hell of a bad feeling about this. Chills, even. Be careful. There's something here. I've waited for you thousands of years. Capless. Capless. Where are you, Capless? I smell paradise. I hear Avalon. I see. So you finally come. There, magical energy is collecting on the ceiling. This density, it's a night call. Also, that's what Percival mistaked Pepe for. The one who saves us shall be Britain's undoing. Ah, curse my dead body. I will gladly give my soul for the Earth Clan in exchange for your abominable body. So this guy might not be a trash mob. He just might be like an intermediate boss. Alright, let me check right here. And next up we have... Alright, Eric here. So let's see what we have. Alright, this is one. Here comes number two. Alright, and here's number three. Alright, let's go to the next one then. So let's see what we have. So we're in Saber here, so we're gonna put Archer. We haven't played Ishtar in a while. Let's play her. Play Ishtar. And let's play Archer too as well. That should be good. Reminds me of the Industrial Revolution springing. I feel like a Tamlin is like a turn 2. She's better if you use her skills on the second turn.
勝利勝利だ。死だ食らう。どこだどこだどこだここか。血を飲み干し殺す。勝利の中に舞うだ。我に肉変態 DD マーハートン。
セット。もっともっと。溜まっちゃった。なら出さないとね。
死ね。
もう呪いとか飽きちゃった。ザコ相手に向こうに嫌いになる解放してあげて。アイスカースフェイルノート。そこへ行かない。王冠よ力を。
みなす
意欲湧いてきた。狙いは狙いは決まった。そこへ行かない。息がいいのね。どうかしら。これで楽にしてあげる。
死だ死ね死だ。刻み何時はもう死んでいる。破壊と殺戮我が前に道よ。殺戮の時だ。食らう。
はいはい。
我はシバのシャクティ。我なる者たちの血と肉の上、肉女神は各踊る。スハラカリ。
よし勝ち。当然よね。100% 本気の私だもの。見てたマスター。
It's gone. That night call must have been here for a very long time. Didn't exactly go peacefully though. Hope you're at least resting now, old one. Anyway, that seems to take care of that last obstacle in our path, and all that's left to do now is ring the bell. Well done indeed. I must thank you for finally ridding the bell tower of the ghost that's been haunting it for the last century. Now, that is what I call a swift resolution. It was the finest thing I've ever seen. I first set foot in Fairy Britain. Since I set foot in Fairy Britain. Once again, your power leaves me at a loss for words. No battles, all lore. Springin. Oh, why are you glaring at me like that? The battle's over. Your Round Table army has defeated the Queen's soldiers. Norwich is now free of the Queen's oppressive regime. It's all thanks to you. I, Norwich's own lord, couldn't be happier about this turn of events. What do you say? Shall we toast your victory? But where are my manners? Apologies for my lack of consideration. If you wish to leave, by all means, go right ahead. My soldiers will gladly clear the way for you. We are told you were the one who called the Queen's army here in the first place. How can you do that and still be calm and still claim to be innocent? Yes, I did make a report to Her Majesty. The calamity caused a great deal of damage, so I requested she sends soldiers to help with the restoration of efforts. Any responsible lord would have done the same. Unfortunately, it seems there was some bad apples among the Queen's soldiers who thought to treat our more rebellious citizens quite brutally. But once again, your timely intervention prevented any of my citizens from coming to harm. For that, owe you my thanks. So that's what you're going with. The royal army's attempted purge of any hint of rebellion had nothing to do with you, Okay, that's fine. At this point, there's no way we can prove it one way or another. But what's your game plan now? Norwich has fallen, and your citizens are sick of you. Do you really have time to be hanging out here chatting with us? Don't be ridiculous. Leonardo da Vinci, I must say, for such a great mind as yours, that was simply uncalled for. True, Norwich may have fallen, but that is a temporary situation at worst. Since the Child of Prophecy is leading the Round Table army, you must only be here for this bell. I very much doubt that you occupied Norwich with the intention of keeping it for yourselves. Well, I suppose you may be considering using it for the Round Table army's base of operations. But as you're just ably proven, Norwich is quite vulnerable to evasion. Of course, if you want it to end up razed to the ground for treason like Sheffield, far be it from me to stop you. Why, you little... Now, don't bother. No sense letting this one work you up. And trying to hold him accountable for his crimes would only be an even bigger waste of time. He doesn't believe he's done anything wrong in any case. Oberon, when did you get here? Just now. Luckily, my trick with the restaurant worked like a charm. I'm glad to see you all wrap things up here nice and neat. I knew you could do it, Percival. But you've done a pretty poor job with the aftermath. If you were going to kill Springen, it should have been during the chaos of battle. Now it's too late. It would be one thing if you wanted to get rid of Norwich, but you'd never do that, would you? Get rid of Norwich. Oh, do you need me to explain it to you, Foreign Mage? Don't bother, I'll summon it up. And Spring has demonstrated his neutrality to his citizens, thereby fulfilling his role as their lord. As a result, the fairies of Norwich still recognize him as the leader. So they definitely won't be happy if you kill him now that he's shown he's open to a peaceful discussion. And that's not all. While Norwich artisans may all hate Springen, the other residents who use the artisan services consider him indispensable. Remember how I said that Norwich is on the verge of becoming a human city? Springen policies are essential for fairies who want to maximize their profits above all else. That's what makes him so tricky to deal with. Sure, half of Norwich hates him, but the other half supports him. So you can't just kill him without a very good reason. It would make us public enemies. And not only that, without Springen to negotiate with the queen, she would declare it a rebel stronghold and just take it over herself. And since we can't protect the city, letting that happen would essentially destroy Norwich. There you have it. To kill the rulers to effectively kill their nation as well. If what you want is to destroy Norwich, then by all means go ahead and execute me. You're not bluffing, are you? You really do mean that. You don't care about the safety of the Earth Clan, and you have no wish to keep Norwich safe. But you also apparently don't care if you live or die. I don't get it. Your actions seem so purposeless and incomprehensible. It's almost as if you're... That's right, human. You're not fairy Springen. He's a human all this time? You're what they call a changeling, someone who drifted here from proper human history, aren't you? How'd you deduce that? A human clan head, but that's impossible. There's no way he could keep up and act like that for so long. Fairies distinguish between other fairies humans by scent, magical energy, and appearance. No one fairy is exactly like any other, so as long as someone could meet the right criteria, they could definitely pass as a human-looking fairy. For scent, they just need to make a cologne that approximates how a fairy smells. Their comparative lack of magical energy they have could be disguised with a mystic code, and as for their appearance, hey, yeah, his ears look like fairy ears, but aside from that, humans can have their extremities surgically modified without many negative side effects, so that's no big surprise. What I want to know is how you solve the aging problem. You've been Norwich Lord for 100 years now, and makeup can only do so much to make you look younger. I'm afraid to ask what you look like under all that. I don't have the slightest idea what you're talking about, however. Let's just say, just for the sake of the argument, that I came from the same world as Lord Paragon there. If I did, surely you could imagine something I might want? I have no attachment to Britain, the fairies, or the Queen, nor can I go back to my old home at this point. Indeed, I can never go back to being John Smith, the human, even if I wanted to. No, all I care about is a place you can call home. That's not exactly right, but you're not far off either. Personally, I don't care who sits on the throne. Queen, child, or prophecy, whoever, it's all the same to me. All I care about is keeping this vault castle safe. My role as the Lord of Norwich is only a means to that end. One of the tricks to survival is serving someone stronger than you. Right now, that means working for the queen, but depending on what you do next, that could easily change. You see, he's the most annoying kind of person to deal with. He's neither friend nor foe. But never mind him. Norwich never had much in the way of a military. Once we ring the bell, we won't need to come back here again. Springen's private soldiers are just that, private soldiers. I can't imagine there would be a threat to the Round Table army. Right you are. Now do you understand what makes me tick? If you think I'm not worth killing, that's fine with me. Very well then, this jester will go ahead and remove himself to the corner. If you wish to ring the bell of pilgrimage, please be my guest. Still, I will say that, jester or not, I do have hopes that dreams of my own. I doubt I have much longer to live, so I hope I'll get to see the Child of Prophecy, defeat the Queen before my time is up. Okay, now that that's settled, let's get to the main event. Are you ready to do this, Alteria? Salzburg, Gloucester, Norwich, and Londinium. Salisbury, the city of wind, where humans and fairies coexist. Gloucester, the city of flowers that glitters bright but hollow. Norwich, the city of smiths, where all kinds of fairies and humans compete, swindle, and help one another. And Londinium, the city of Rudums, where everyone smiles and cares for others despite all the pain and loss they've suffered. 16 years, the time I spent as a Child of Prophecy in Tanjiro. Watch over quietly. Okay, I'm going to ring the bell. Don't worry, I already know how. Stand back, everyone. Song of Paradise, voice of the inner sea, you who were born to be selected to decide the fate of this land and to see justice done. The bells of the bones of Inception shall show you the way. Forgive us these sins. Is it noon already? Seems a bit early for that. Maybe it's not the usual cathedral bell? I wonder what it is then. It sounds really happy and sad at the same time. My chest feels tight. What a nostalgic sound. Is that a bell of pilgrimage, Lady Aurora? Yes, it is. It must be Norwich's bell, meaning the Earth Clan has accepted her. It looks like your plan worked, Oberon. Though I do feel a little bad about tricking Woodwoes. Congratulations, Alteria. Thank you, Paragon. Now, at long last, we can finally take the next step forward. This sound, it feels like it's ringing out across all of Britain. It's a declaration of war. And this frequency, it doesn't sound like joy so much as... Ah, now I see. So that's what they mean by pilgrimage. There's the first one. What a relief. It's about time she did something worthy of the Child of Prophecy. I was more than a little worried when she accepted the Queen's invitation to Camelot. But now, the war will finally begin. I can't wait. Can you, Koinskaya? Her Majesty the Queen versus the Child of Prophecy. The Tamlin versus the Round Table army. I wonder who's going to drop out first. I wonder who will have the last laugh. Who would you bet on, Koinskaya? Or maybe you put your money on Chaldea, the real dark horse. Chaldea can't possibly win. They're not even a player in the game. But having said that, in your case, betting on Chaldea may not be such a bad idea. Fairy Britain's market value is about to tank after all. So if you know what's coming, maybe you should consider a different possibility. Don't be ridiculous. There's no way I'm getting out of the game after all the trouble I went to set up the pieces. Oh yes, just you wait, Koinskaya. I'm going to make things right, no matter what happens. Lady Miriam. Huh. So that's what a bill programmer sounds like. It doesn't do much for my soul. Well, it's good Norwich is out of the picture. About time she finally got serious. I'm looking forward to see the Queen's reaction. Ah, so that's how it's gonna be. Anyone worthy to be my rival should have no trouble at all ringing a bell or two. And here we go. This probably be like the final segment. What an ominous sound! Is that one of the bells of pilgrimage? Oh my goodness! What happened to the soldiers who we sent to Norwich? What is Lord Spring saying about this? It's a child of prophecy. She banded allied with the Round Table army and invaded Norwich. What was Woodwell's doing? How could he let the Round Table army make a move while he was in Oxford? He got infatuated by Aurora. Beryl Gut was right. We should have captured and killed her while we had the chance. Order. 30 ambassadors, 100 officials, close your mouths. High Queen Morgan is about to speak. Hear her words and obey. A bell of pilgrimage has been rung. Send word to every lord and fairy in the land. The child of prophecy is no longer my subject. I name her an enemy of the state. All who offer her aid of any sort shall be branded the same. Fairy Britain abides no enemy. It crushes them without mercy. I command Woodwells, Lord of Oxford, to begin an attack on London. I shall weigh his success in this battle against his transgressions, and permitting this advance on Norwich when determining his punishment. There is no place for the child of prophecy in my fairy Britain. Oh, the High Queen's made her decision. That accursed child of prophecy is as good as dead now. War. There's going to be war. Oh, I can't wait. This is going to be so much fun. I've been bored out of my mind these last 100 years. Now I get to hear the lower class fairies writhing in agony again. Thank you, child of prophecy. Thank you, Round Table army. Thank you for starting a bloodbath. No sooner did they see preparations for war being made that they scurry off to their homes. Because I was about to shoot them with the light lance. 2,000 years, and fairies are still just as fickle and bloodthirsty as ever. Portune, awaken, Knight Portune. Yes, High Queen, Guard Knight Portune at your service. It's an honor to have been freed from the chessboard. We just destroyed one of these Portune things. The 200 years since I last saw you have done nothing to diminish your Majesty's beauty. Never mind the formalities here. Drink this. This water will grant you memories of all that has transpired in the last 200 years. Very well then, if I may. It's a potion of knowledge. Now I understand. The child of prophecy. I'm sorry my clan head's prophecy has become such a headache for you, High Queen. Speaking of which, where are my fellow Mirror Clan fairies who replaced Ainzel as their head? I'm guessing Oberon's one of the Mirror Clans. The Mirror Clan is gone. You're the last of their kind, Portune. I see. What an ironic twist of fate. I parted ways with Ainzel to serve your majesty as a knight, and thanks to that, I'm still alive today. That is surely the optimal future you once saw. Your choice was the correct one. It is why you're alive today. Now, you will once again make use of your prognostation. You will accompany Tamlin Gawain and Tamlin Lancelot as their advisor. And if, by some chance, worse should come to worse, I trust you know what to do? Yes, High Queen. We Guard Knights are fully aware of your wishes. You will like the Tamlin to go to Oxford to assist with the attack on Lonlium, right? Have you gone soft in the head? Woodwell needs no help with Lonlium. I have another mission for the Tamlin. There's someone else who has been a thorn in my side for too long. The attack on Lonlium is merely a sideshow. And who would that be? Well, that's funny. Finally, one bell down. Wait. Altaria. Oh, what's going on? Why am I glowing so much? She must be burning up. Water. We need water. Da Vinci, can't you whip up some fast-acting coolant or something? Grown up, me might have been able to, but me? Hell nah. What was that? Was that like her XP card, Ascension? Well, sorry for panicking there. The prophecy never said anything about that. That aside, yeah, I can tell. This is really... Yeah, it really is. I'm not a fairy, but even I can tell. Why are y'all staring at me like that? You're making me nervous. Did I do something wrong? No, you didn't. You did something right. Altaria, did you just get crazy strong? Alright, taking the train out of there. Alright, I could do this one right here. There's only one node. We could do this one. Fragment 5. What's this? It's just lore. It's one node too. It's not too bad. My body's tingling all over. What happened to... Huh? She's awake. She's awake. Look, ask the weird girl with even weirder armor finally woke up. She gotta be an evil fairy. Can I kill her? Can I? Habatrot, you're alright. Thank goodness, I was worried that huge lightning bolt might have burned Norwich to the ground. Norwich? What the heck's a Norwich? Is that the name of the forest you came from? Huh? A beach? Where did Norwich go? Where's Paragon and Altaria? What's going on, Habatrot? What happened to Norwich? I don't know any Norwich. And quit calling me that. That's not my name. I'm Totorot. Tamlin Totorot. And don't you forget it. Oh, this is her being brainwashed, I guess. Huh? Totorot. You mean you aren't Happy Cat? Happy Cat. I don't know what that is, but I love it. That's way better than Grimlock and Yappin. Ask. You gotta see this girl. She's amazing. I don't know what she's talking about, but everything she says is amazing. She's gotta be a mage, just like you. Coming, Totorot, and please stop just calling everything you've not seen before Magecraft, would you? So we have regular Altaria. Hello there, nice to meet you. I'm Ask, and this is Totorot. Welcome to Britain, the Isle of Fairies. Would you be so kind as tell us your name? It must be fate that brought us together here. We've been happy to help you, if you like. Thank you. My name is Mash Kierlight. Ask, are you Ask the Savior? Oh, so you know about me. Are you from Londium then? I'm sure I remember seeing a fairy as strong as you, though. I'm sure I sense an incredible powerful spell similar to the Infinity Mirror out here on the East Coast. Oh, are you a northern fairy? Perhaps. Did you mess up the teleportation and end up out here in the middle of nowhere? A northern fairy? So she's the one of Queen Mab's people? Even though she's so cute? That'd make her our enemy. Can I kill her, Ask? Of course not. Please, Totorot. Just be quiet a moment. This one's bloodthirsty compared to the other one. Goodness. Why don't you come with us, Mash? We should leave before Moors begin showing up anyway. Come on. Our camp is over in those woods. It'll be much safer to talk there. And so we begin a new story, or rather, continue a previous one. When Mash rushed in to protect Paragon and Altaria, she was snatched away by Morgan's water armor. After a moment of darkness, she awoke to find herself on an unfamiliar beach. Surrounded by blindingly thick fog and the crashing of waves. On the northern horizon, she could see a tree of emptiness stretching high into the clouds. If it were holding up the very sky, the fairies only knew it as the World Tree though. But what surprised her more than anything was, there's no wall here, no sign of the wall of light that used to cover all of Britain anywhere. In fact, there was nothing to be seen near Britain at all, nothing but an endless plain of white tea water. This was the Isle of Britain in the year 400 of the Fey era, approximately 2,400 years in the past. And this is the story of Ask the Savior's final, fateful battle. She's reliving it. Oh my goodness. That is a stream for next time. Is that like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? It's like 9 or 10 nodes in there. Okay. That's a-okay. Let's grab our quartz here.
マスター、食堂で枝豆を茹でているので、ご一緒にいかがですか?
Oh, that's a lot of
上杉さんを
quartz.
はじめとして小さなことからコツコツと。
Alright. You know what? What this leaves next week? No wait, this leaves like, wow, this is till the 2nd. I don't know. Let's continue though. Let's see what we get here. Oh yeah, we turned on automatic burning, by the way. One thing I forgot to mention. So now we just burn stuff instead of clearing out the inventory constantly. So now streams will start a lot more smoothly. Alright then. So that brings us to the end of this stream. I appreciate everyone coming by and lurking. And hopefully, you know, next stream will be a very long one. It'll probably be like maybe an hour and a half to 2.5 hours long. So we'll see how that goes. So, but thank you all for coming out, and hopefully see you next time. Adios. Bye bye. All right, we're out of here.